This is Moe Murphyy from ClarkeCountySports.com. We're here at the Wilbur M. Feltner Stadium in Berryville, Virginia, for tonight's ClarkeCountySports.com Game of the Week. Tonight, the Eagles return home after their first win at Waynesboro last week, and they'll be hosting the Washington Patriots out of nearby Jefferson County, West Virginia. Probably one of the closest schools to Clarke, even though it's in another state. They played last year. Clarke handled them fairly well. They've been struggling this year. I believe they haven't won a game yet. Clarke's only won one. It should be a good matchup. We got great weather. Tonight is homecoming night, so we'll have all the festivities on the game of the week, including the crowning of the king and queen. We'll have highlights, interviews, and more on the ClarkeCountySports.com Game of the Week.
Walton, number 21, number Judah, number 6, and Nick Mundy, number 3.
Won the toss, selected to create.
Clarke County has won the toss. They will receive, defending the west code. Eagles will kick off, defending the east code. And now, would everyone please rise, removing your hats or helmets, placing your hand over your heart, facing the east end of the end zone, as our national anthem tonight will be performed by the Clarke County High School Choir under the direction of Dr. Janet Brendel.
Stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight. For the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rockets' red glare, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the brave?
Clarke County High School Choir.
Ball came loose, but I wasn't right here, man.
What a call. Baylor took it upfield. Baylor trying to get to the outside. Ball is walking. And he will take it into the field. Just walking on that far side. There was 5:11 to go here in the first quarter. We had to the scoreboard. The Eagles 6, the Patriots 0. The basketball is down and it is still 5-11 in the first quarter. We have 7 Patriots 0. Taylor turns it upfield, cuts it back, doesn't just running it, still on his feet. Trying to run out of bounds on the far side of the field. 0. Berry on a ball line up in the backfield. Charles in the backfield. Charles looking downfield to throw. Overthrown. 39-yard field goal. Snap it back. The ball is down. The kick is up. It is no good. So the Patriots looking downfield. And it's completed to taken down out to the right. Bench rolling for the Giles in the backfield. Giles in the backfield. score, the Eagles 17, the Patriots 0.
This is Moe Murphyy from Clarke County Sports. We're at the half. Clarke leads Washington 17-0. Kyle Baylor has scored a touchdown. Peyton Rutherford has scored a touchdown. And Nick Bahamonde just hit a 33-yard field goal with no time left to put the Eagles on top 17-0. We'll have all the homecoming ceremonies coming up. And we'll be back for the second half. You're watching the ClarkeCountySports.com Game of the Week.
And now, the 2018 homecoming king is Tyler Trapp. Your 2018 homecoming queen is Brooke Gray. Congratulations both to Brooke Gray and Tyler Trapp for being the homecoming queen and king. Trout is our homecoming king. Brooke Gray is the homecoming queen and the entire homecoming team.
Try to stand that. Yeah, but you said stay and go.
Oh, hey! Helmet's coming off, it's $5. Someone like selling $5. That's Mike, Alright, that's my fault. I know, you're right. I'm so sorry, I'm a fucking happy.
First and 10 from the own 20. Okay, back to throw. Charles back to throw, looking downfield. Next snap to pay up the left, it's still calling for the right. Looking downfield. offense, 2nd and 10. Pressure along with Jerry Parks out to the right. Moore setting the offense, back to throw. And with that play, that will bring us to the end of the 3rd quarter. The score, the Eagles 24, the Patriots 8. And the 48 of the Patriots. Miles River downfield.
Go, Jack!
Go, Jack Taylor. No penalty flag. Hayden Rutherford pushing forward, and he takes it in for the score. So 10-11 in the 4th quarter. We have 6 to the scoreboard. The Eagles 30, the Patriots 8. Now the back, the ball is down, the kick is up. And it is good. So we're 10-11 here in the 4th quarter. We had point 31, Eagles 31, the Patriots 8. Putting out. Gets off the interception, coming back across the field. 30 yards, and the back, the ball is down, the kick is up. And it was good, about 38. Jerry Parks along with Clinton. Bradbury along with Fletcher and Parks out to the left. So the Eagles with another turnover. Have it 1st and 10. And a reverse. Peyton Walsh with the ball carrier. From 35 yards out to an 8-26 to go on the ball game. We have 6 to the scoreboard. The Eagles 44, the Patriots 8. So again, Nick Mundy will try to have it back. The ball is down. The kick is up. And it's good. So with 8:26 to go in the ball game. We had point 45. And Taylor will set the offense. And off to Jonathan Delaney. Trying to get to the outside. Over his head. We say good night, good luck, and God bless you from the Grease of the Eagles, Tom King.
Wonderful. Great job. Great job.
We started out this game a little shaky like we already talked about. You guys tightened up some, played a heck of a game. Heck of a game. Anytime you can change it to a running clock like that, that's a great job. It's a great job. We got a lot to work on. We'll see it on film and we will correct it. But we did a lot of good things. That's the way you bounce back. But we cannot afford to start a game. That was a good win.
Let's go, Eagles. Let's go.
1, 2, 3, scoreboard.
Moe Murphyy from Clarke County Sports. We're here with Kyle Baylor. Kyle, you had a big game tonight on all sides of the balls. Couple picks, touchdown. Can you just talk a little bit about the game?
This is a big game. It was homecoming, so we were all just hyped, and I was just getting after everybody, just doing what I gotta do.
Yeah, you had one play, I believe, in the first quarter, second quarter, where you literally just dove and batted one down right in front of y'all's bench. You remember that one?
Yeah, that kind of surprised me, actually. I dove for like 5 yards away from the guy, and I just took off. I didn't think I was gonna get anything, but I just went for it.
That was an amazing play. And so you got 2 wins in a row now. You're starting to build a little momentum. You got Warren County coming in next week. How you feel about that?
They're a good team. We can't take anything lightly. We just gotta focus and practice like we've been doing for the whole season, and just do what we gotta do, and then hopefully we come out with a win.
Okay, well, you heard that from Kyle Baylor, who was all over the place tonight in the Eagles' big 45-8 win over Washington. It's Moe Murphyy from Clarke County Sports. It's Moe Murphyy. We're here with Nick Baja Monday. Big game for you tonight on your homecoming game. Another night of a bunch of touchbacks. Just talk a little bit about the game.
Well, we started out kind of slower than we normally did, but we fixed what we had to fix and came out and just killed them in the second half and did what we had to do to win. And we played as a team, which helps, and got the dub.
And that first field goal was, I think it was about 40 yards maybe. You just, pushed that to the right? I couldn't really tell.
Yeah, just to the right a little. It happens.
I know it had plenty of distance, and you came back and hit the next one. Are you taking big pride in these touchbacks? Because I'm telling you, you're starting to make a name for yourself.
Oh, yeah. Every time you get a touchback, it feels great. That's why I try to make every touchback, every kickoff a touchback. And yeah.
All right. Well, you heard that from the punter and the kicker. Baja, as he was tough again tonight. And we'll be back here next week against Warren County. It's Moe Murphyy from Clarke County Sports. We're here with head coach Chris Parker after the big 45-8 win over Washington on homecoming. Good win, Coach. Can you just talk a little bit about the game?
Well, it's always great to win any game, especially homecoming. Special atmosphere and everything, and I know our kids were ready to play. We're back to 500. That was our goal after we were 0-2 to start the season, and we started out a little bit shaky tonight, but I thought that the kids adjusted and we played pretty hard, did what we had to do to win.
And probably the most passing I've seen this year, was that in the game plan, or did you just see something after the game started?
A little bit of both, but it was in the game plan. I mean, I think that we have a solid running game, but they had so many people in the box that we just had to throw the ball, and worked out. A couple times big, a couple times I think we had opportunities and it just didn't happen.
And it just seemed like it all turned around when they stripped them down here at the 1 yard line in that first quarter and kept them from going in. That was a big play, I thought.
That was a very big play, and we were very fortunate because the momentum just wasn't our way for whatever reason at the beginning, and then we turned it around.
And have you seen any of Warren County this year?
I saw them live actually on a Saturday when they played Hanley, and they have a pretty good team. They actually, I thought, had a great chance to beat Hanley at Hanley, and Hanley came back to win. But we'll get scout film on them and break them down.
All right, well, you heard that from Coach Chris Parker after the Eagles moved to 500 with a big win over Washington on homecoming, and we'll be back here next week for Warren County. It's Moe Murphyy from Clarke County Sports. Thank you. Probably going to hear a horn honking in the background. It's Moe Murphyy from ClarkeCountySports.com. Your final score, the Clarke County Eagles 45, the Washington Patriots 8. Clarke almost got the shutout. Big second half. After leading 17-0 at halftime, they came out and controlled both sides of the ball. Colby Childs had a good night passing. The Eagles had another good night running. Defense had several turnovers. They moved now to 2-2. They're at 500. They will be back here to Felt next week to start their bull run schedule, as they'll play the Warren County Wildcats, who always plays Clarke tough, so it ought to be a good one. Once again, your final score: Clarke County 45, Washington 8. We'll catch you back here next week at the Felt. This is Moe Murphyy signing off for ClarkeCountySports.com, the Double C. Good night.